sell in a state the car that was built in that state.
Right.
Well, the price of cars would be phenomenally high. You'd have 50 factories for every model of car in the country. So economies of scale say that if you can sell insurance across state lines, that you can market to a much larger segment. Your administrative overhead can be divided. In fact, even your base, they have a term for the actuaries used for that, where the people who are contributing to the profits of the insurance company so that they can make payouts, well, that grows. So you get economies of scale. Am I right?
That's true, too. Yeah, that's definitely true. However, with the healthcare situation, we really, even though we're supposed to be, quote unquote, heavily regulated, we're really not. There's no one really paying attention. I mean, they pay attention at election time. They pay attention when it suits their purpose. But on a day-to-day basis, what I don't see a whole lot of reining in. I don't see insurance companies doing things that are good for the consumer. I see them doing whatever they need to do to get their politicians elected.
Yeah, so they're making money and reinforcing that making of money by buying politicians is what it comes down to.
Right, and they're making money by making money.
Yeah.
It's a vicious circle, and the people that are paying, unfortunately, are me and Gary and Ed and my grandmother and my mom and my dad and my friends. But we're not part of that that Democratic side where they just want to give to everyone. Everything
right.
should be free. Well, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah. Well, great call, Jasmine. It's good to hear from you. Make sure you call in again and let us know what's going on, because I want to know how this executive order may help, because I'm hoping it's going to be a magic bullet. I know it's not. I'm just being optimistic. But great call. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Take care.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
All right. Bye. Okay, let's take a call from Jenny in Brownstown. Jenny, welcome to the show.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Jenny.
What's going on, Jenny?
Well, I don't know about this. I mean, I'm not sure if this Tom Price thing, because I've been reading in the news about it, certain places, that he did wrong, and but I'm not sure if it's like because people don't like Trump that they were using him as a scapegoat, Tom Price, or if he really did use money wrongly.
I think that Tom Price overstepped his bounds when it came to spending money on charter flights. And God bless him, maybe he was trying to get enough people around the country to do the things that needed to get support. But in the end, you spent more than you probably should have, and your results have been negligible. I mean, one of the reasons they brought Tom Price in was because he was connected in D.C. and that he was supposed to help get a repeal and replace done, right? And we never got there.
He didn't do anything. He was too connected.
Yeah, well, there you go. Maybe that's the point. Maybe he was too
I think
connected.
he did do things from within. Actually, I think he should have done it quicker. If you remember, there was this plan, get the bill passed, then get Tom Price to make rules, because these rules in Obamacare were at the discretion of the secretary, which was Sebelius before, Catherine Sebelius. And so she was making all these rules up as she went along. And then Tom Price was supposed to make the same decisions in the opposite direction. And I'm not sure that was happening fast enough, although I do know it was happening. So I think as I watched Trump's face when he was announcing it, I see a manager who felt he was kind of betrayed by a subordinate. He was kind of sandbagged by what happened, and I think he actually felt upset that somebody was not being as frugal as they should be while they were working for him, just as if they were working in Trump Tower, and he found out that they were overspending his money.
Okay, then it is true, and then that's good, because then he should be gone.
Yeah, I think it was a good decision. I mean, and he probably knew himself that he let down, and maybe I don't understand how you don't know that in working for Trump, you better be business related.
I do.
Yeah.
Remember the old saying, power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Well, there you go. One of my favorite sayings.
Yeah,
Danny.
and the swamp assimilates. So when you go in, you may have been frugal, but then you say, oh, well, look, so-and-so does it. Or what's her face? Pelosi used to fly a military flight to San Francisco every week unnecessarily, right, at the government dime. So you look at the habits and you go, well, I'm just doing this. That's not so bad. I'm just doing, you don't realize, it is bad. You can't just make a relative, I'm not as bad as her.
Yeah. What else you got, Jenny? Anything?
The other point I want to make is, I don't know if it's right to do these executive orders within the health care bill, but maybe that's what dang well has to happen.
Yeah, it's like I said. I know two rights or two wrongs don't make a right. All right, and I'm not. But you know what? Doggone it, the Republicans are betraying us, and that's Paul Ryan. That's our Congress people. It's our senators more than anybody. Not
senators more than anybody.
Yeah, I should take that back because I think Congress has done. They've passed. According to Tim, over the last 8 years, 450-some bills that have never gotten into the Senate and gotten voted on.
Or by Senate.
Yeah, by the Senate. So I blame our senators, and that's, in our case, Debbie Stabenow and Gary Peters are two obstructionists. They're not representing Michigan. They're representing Chuck Schumer, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton. They're not doing what's best for the American people, and that's why Debbie Stabenow needs to go away, period. She's not doing for the people of Michigan what she's supposed to be doing.
But Mitch needs to go away, too.
I agree. He's not. That man is not a leader. He's a coward.
Murkowski, McCain, and...
Those guys need to go, too. McCain needs to just quit.
Yeah.
Because he's doing it under bitterness.
Yeah, I agree. Right. I believe that's true. All right. Well, thanks Jenny. I appreciate the call.
Yep. Okay, bye.
Take care. All right. So, man, the calls are just rocking us today.
So let's get to our first topic.
Do we have any? It's just been one of those days. We just went through. Well, let's talk Judge Roy Moore.
Oh, right?
Because I had a guy that I'm 99% of the time on Twitter the same with, right? Where all our ideals are the same, but he kind of bashed me for backing Trump, who ended up backing Moore after he lost to Strange, right?
Yeah.
And so a lot of people are saying, oh, it's a big loss. You know, Trump's an idiot. He went after Strange. People, I think, need to understand why Donald Trump had to back Strange over Moore.
Tell us.
You get it, right?
Tell us.
Okay, it's very simple. Here you've got Moore and you've got Strange, right? The more conservative guy is Moore, but Luther Strange backs the Trump agenda too, right?
Yes.
So I've got a guy...
And he's an incumbent.
I've got a guy... Both of them are going to back the Trump agenda, right? But I've got one guy who's going to be voting over the next 2 months, hopefully on tax reform, and maybe if they bring up Obama, whatever, health care again, whatever.
Yep.
You can't not back the guy that you're depending on for one. We can't get enough. We can't get 51 votes right now. Why would you not? Why would
Trump
you alienate
as much said that, too, at that rally.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Hey, let's just take Rick's show. He won't know that. Arr, matey, we're taking your show.
I know. It's just, well... Thanks again to the listeners. Lots of great calls. And go to thedailydrift.com.
For the news you need to know.
There you go. We'll see you all next week. Take care.